What's up, party people? This is Jude Mossberg here from Facebook, Jude's Junk Facebook comic book shop and YouTube channel, and I wanted to share with you a question about shipping slabs. We're all looking to cut costs who are shipping out slabs, but we need to make sure the products are safe and strong, and there's some elaborate ways to ship a slab. The noodles, I know one guy that puts the noodles on. It's just a big bulky package. I know a lot of people use the UPS 2-box method, you know, the big box, the long one, and then the one inside, and they ship it priority. And however you get it to your client or CGC is fine. You know, you can wrap it all in bubble paper and put it inside bubble wrap and put it inside, the peanuts inside of a bigger box. But I'm going to give you my 2 cents on shipping cheaper and lighter, especially overseas. Light becomes critical. So I don't know if you've heard of LPA, but they just shipped me a $1,000 book in this mailer. All right. It is the same as a comic mailer, just a little bit different. Nothing fancy. Maybe some thin bubble wrap around it. No cardboard on both sides of the slab. That's a big auction house that's shipping expensive books. Now, they might have a policy if it's under 1,000, because it was like $9.44 fully shipped. If it's under 1,000, maybe they do this, and over 1,000, maybe they pack it better. I don't know what the policy is, but I've gotten, I think, 2 books from them recently, and I was surprised that a $1,000 book was sent like this. Now, if you have that grouping policy from Collect Insure and, it gets cracked in transit, then maybe Collect Insure will cover it, and it's not a big deal. I recently just got insured with Collect Insure for the whole year, so that might be something I look into. This is how I ship a slab, and I've typically only done it up to $200 books, but I'm going to start doing it on bigger books because I think this is rock solid. This is a box that I get from my comic shop. I have hundreds of these because over the last couple of years, as prices were dropping, I just got a bunch of books, basically 50% of fair market value, and those all get reported in GPA. So every time those books sell it cheap, it just tanks the value even further, and until people forget about that, and then they go back up. But this is my comic shop box, and the crease down the middle, see that crease that goes all the way down the middle? It's a weak spot, so when they put it in a big box, it needs to be reinforced. So what I do is I put my slabs, and I put this on both sides of it. I buy these myself, and I put those on both, so you can see them covering up so the sun doesn't get them. I put one on each side of it, so that strengthens it. It's the exact size of the slab. And then I tape it, so it reinforces that weak crack all the way down the middle, and it comes in under 2 pounds. 1 pound, 11.7 ounces. So that's the sweet spot overseas, is under 2 pounds. It's also going to be cheaper. So anyways, I wanted to share with you how some of the auction houses are sending their expensive, I would say $1,000 book is expensive slabs, and how I'm doing it. And I think this is good enough. I have it reinforced 3 times in here. I have the outside. This is just old boxes that can't be used for shipping. I just cut those up, and I bought this handy dandy little thing on Amazon that just cuts up cardboard boxes, and it's pretty cheap, and it's actually great. So I don't have to break it down. And then I started reusing all those to support these. Now, granted, if you want these boxes, you got to be buying from my comic shop. But basically what I bought there was a bunch of small books at case cost. So I'm getting 9.8s, less than $50, and they're all keys. Minor keys maybe, but still, or maybe some filler books that I like all the Spawn books I want to get, all the X-Men books I want to get. Anyways, so that's what I do to ship, save costs. Never had a complaint, never had a crack. Actually, I did have one guy had a crack, but I don't know what exactly happened. If maybe I sent it cracked, and then I offered to pay to get it fixed at CGC. Anyways, happy hunting, guys.